Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Something is Killing the Children issue 0. Now this is the prelude to issue 1, which we've probably all read, and probably like me you're probably thinking, well, how does this fit into what's coming next? Well, all will become very clear very quickly, and it's very interesting. I really did enjoy this. Let me just try and get my camera a little bit better. Apologies for this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So this gentleman, pretending to be a policeman, has met this young girl who has clearly been attacked by a monster, and she has lost limbs. And you can see that he's also got one eye and quite scary, so hence the ice cream and open view, and not in a police office. Police office. Which is called that. Anyway, police station, that's the one I was looking for. Anyway, the young girl is called Sarah, and we don't find anything about this gentleman, and he is interested in finding out about what has happened and about Erica. So he hints little things so that she will open up more. However, she asks him if he knows the big secret about the monsters. And then he starts saying, when you came in, you were talking about monsters and how they ripped your limbs off. And then she's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know, because she's keeping a secret. You know, I don't know who I'm allowed to tell. Am I allowed to tell you? You are the police. It's that kind of thought, etc. So Erica in the hospital, when she came to visit, revealed the secret that monsters are real. You are alive. However, if you don't help me, more will die, etc. And my organization, we hunt and kill the monsters. But she doesn't do it alone. And like many times we've seen Erica, she's worked with a child to stop the monster. And I've just had a little thought pop in my brain that I'll get to at the end, because otherwise I will spoil it for you, and I don't want to spoil it for you. So next he tries to talk about adults. So we sometimes talk about parents in terms of how they try to manage their children. They're meant to be the people that keep us safe, etc., and guide us, but sometimes they don't. And sometimes children know when their parents have lost control, because they try to reassert control over the children. And children always know when that parent's lost, and then they start looking at protecting themselves and going their own way, sort of thing. And from this perspective, this is what he thinks Erica has done, that he thinks that the house isn't in control, etc. So he then talks about what happened with the monster. So they're camping, and he's trying to get out of her what he has seen with Erica. So Erica and Aaron are having the usual argument, which we've seen numerous times that they've had, and that argument is around what he should be doing with the children. Once she tells a child that these monsters are real, it then becomes real, rather than them simply forgetting, etc. From Erica's perspective, this is the best way to protect everybody in the future, etc. So, and then he says, you know, if I told Celia, and blah blah blah. So she then starts having a conversation with the octopus. She's not sleeping very well at all. And the octopus, pretty much, it's like he's in her head, because that monster would have almost come from her head. So, you know, actually it kind of sort of makes a little bit more sense that the octopus understands really well. And he's basically said, you are daring them to cast you aside, throw you out, but you know that they value what you do so much that they almost can't, etc. So, which is why when Cutter was set on the loose, it was because they either wanted to get rid of her or bring her back into the fold. So she tries to get the child to relax. And she says that I need your help to do this, and she says she tries to help all the children that she can. So Sarah wants to go home, and then the gentleman reminds her, we've got a bit of privacy, let's talk some more, let's understand what happened here, so we can move forward. And he says, he asks about the fight, did you see it? And she's like, no, I was kept out of danger, etc., but I could hear it, I could hear everything, the monster, but she defeated it. And so he says to her, so she defeated it on its own. And she's like, no, she said that she needed my help to help draw it out, because we've seen that numerous times. And he sort of loses a little bit of control, because he says, so you never felt in danger? And he says every story that he hears when he goes to talk about Erica, he says it's really quite remarkable. And what we're going to put her through next, it's so excited. And that's when she sort of realizes, wait a minute, you're sort of the bad guy. So he tries to ask where Erica Slaughter is now. So yeah, she's pretty gross, pretty dirty, in blood, etc. She talks to Aaron, it's job done, etc. However, Archer's Peak is next, which is where we've read before previously, and which leads us to where we are now. So she goes to have a shower, thankfully, before she leaves town, heading for that. So the little girl, Sarah, is sort of looking out for Erica, saying, she's off saving these children, sort of leave her alone. And he says, why do you think I want, maybe I want to help? And she's like, you don't, I know you don't. So she wants to go now. She's like, Mom. And then he's like, you won't be seeing your mom. I'm sorry, Sarah. Your life is going to be quite different from now on, I'm afraid. And then she just collapsed. Now, we're not sure if she dies, but if this is how St. George do it, then the way Erica's been going about things probably makes sense. The house is the enemy. I mean, the real enemy is the monsters, but the house being the enemy is almost the best thing that they could have done, and was always on the cards. So I think we've got an interesting run now. I don't think it's as clear cut, because it's not defined to Erica that the house is potentially the enemy after doing this. Now, we're not sure if this child's died, but we've just read that recent story with Cutter last year, where I can't remember her name, the child dies. Apologies. Where the child dies. So it's almost a constant. I'd have to go back and read that original run, because I really can't remember if that little boy dies. I feel like that little boy survived, and that's probably the only shining light of it. But then it's pretty much, this is Victor St. George's. So and he was reaching out to the Dragon King. So he is, that's part of that founding family that created the St. George's Order. So he's done his vetting, he's got his suspicions, they are correct. Slaughter is a prime candidate, more resilient than her mentor. Let's remember, her mentor had to drink to cope with everything. And he says it's time to begin the trials. Now, up until now, we've had that next story, and then we've had Erica go a bit rogue and be a bit hunted. So are the trials the next story? I really hope so, because usually the way that something is killing the children is they have a little break. They have about 5 issues of just, I say nonsense. They're still good stories, but they're not part of that main sort of run. So it's the next run is going to be these trials, and will comprise of usually 2 stories, about 12 issues, hopefully. And we'll see how well that goes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. I mean, they don't have to have this. You feel like this could go on for a while before it becomes Erica versus the St. George's house. You know what I mean? They could, we're still only 40 issues in. So there's no need to rush. Comics like this, running like this, are beautiful, and I still love it. I'm really glad I got this, and apologies if this is a little bit late. I wasn't able to get this last week for some reason. Written by James Tynion IV, illustrations by Werther, Dell'Edera, colors by Megu Murto, and well, designs on letters. Apologies if I said any names wrong. So yeah, fantastic issue, and you know, more than met my expectations. You know, sometimes you know, you read this and you feel, damn, that was a good episode, and then they bring something better, and this was just spot on, subtle, nice and gentle in the background. It had everything you could need to set up what's gonna come. So really looking forward to it. I need to go check when it comes out. There's usually a break now, so I suspect it'll probably be around the end of the first quarter of 2025, but I'm really looking forward to Something Is Killing Children coming back next year. So anyway, hope you like my video. Please do support my video. I really appreciate that, and my channel, by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel already and is subscribed. Appreciate you folks, great deal. Make sure you look after yourself, very important these days, and as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.